So this week, people across our nation will be able to see a rare sight in the sky overhead. A total lunar eclipse will turn the moon red for all of the Western Hemisphere to see, and thankfully, we will not need special glasses to see this phenomenon, unlike the solar eclipse. So Sarah, when will those of us in West Michigan be able to see this flushed lunar eclipse?
Yes, it's coming at a decent time for us this week, as we do have a pretty quiet and mild pattern. So right now, looking pretty good for viewing. To kind of break down what we're going to see, Earth basically is going to pass in between the sun and the moon, and Earth's shadow is going to be casted onto the moon. That's what we're going to see. It's going to give kind of this red aura, red look if you look in the sky. As far as when to see it, again, this is going to be Thursday night into Friday morning. So things looking decent for the forecast right now. But as we get a little bit closer, we'll have a much better idea of exactly what that cloud cover will look like. That partial lunar eclipse will begin just before midnight here. That totality right after, just before, I should say, 2:30 in the morning. That peak right around 3 a.m. And then we get kind of that totality for about an hour until about 3:30 in the morning on Friday. These aren't as rare as that total solar eclipse that we saw last April. These occurred just about every 2.5 years, but still, given that we're one of the cloudiest cities in the United States, not always optimal viewing for us, so this may be a really good opportunity. Taking a look at Storm Track Live, we certainly do have clear skies out there this morning. You'll be able to see the moon and the stars if you step outside. We do see a little bit of cloud cover streaming in from the north, but sunshine will be the dominant of the two today. Temperatures will top off near about 50 degrees this afternoon, and those winds should be relatively calm, eventually turning to the southwest, only up to about 15 miles per hour at the absolute most. So again, a pretty pleasant day to spend some time outside. If you look at our future cast here, not a whole lot to discuss over the next 24 to 36 hours. A little bit of cloud cover here and there, a sunny start to Monday, a little bit of a breezy Monday with those winds coming from the southwest, and it's a quiet start to the week. I do want to talk about some changes in the forecast, though. We are going to see a cold front pass through Tuesday, and that's not going to necessarily bring precipitation. Initially, we thought maybe we'd get clipped, but it does look like it's going to stay to our north. But it will bring just slightly cooler temperatures. We had high pressure in the mix overnight, and it will be just slightly cooler than we initially thought into Wednesday morning, but still a dry stretch of weather. So how cool are we talking? Well, into Monday, we'll be at 57. Then we'll take a little bit of a dip as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday with highs in those upper 40s to about 50, which, by the way, still above average, so certainly not cold by any means. And don't worry, it's fairly brief. We'll rise back to those mid to upper 60s by the end of the week. So again, Wednesday morning, the coolest point of your week with a low of 28. A glimpse at that 8-day forecast for you. It's pleasant out there. Again, Friday looking like the warmest day, and we very well could see some 70s even in the mix that day. Now, you'll notice that thunderstorm icon there. All eyes on Friday across much of the country. That is going to bring us a chance for storms, followed by some showers on Saturday. A little bit cooler into Sunday. We could see a little bit of mixing in the morning with a couple snowflakes, and then a transition back to rain. So I do want to point out that storm chance. This is on Friday. This is a day 6 outlook. We rarely get these. And notice West Michigan is not necessarily in that 15% area of severe weather. Will extend into our region. So we're going to keep an eye on things, but definitely could have our first real thunderstorm chance of spring as we move throughout this 8-day.